Hey guys, thank you for joining me for today's video in which I compare Countdown and Pack and Save online grocery shopping service. I use it for click and collect. They don't actually deliver in my area. I don't know if Pack and Save delivers at all, but that's what I'm comparing. The click and collect service in which you go online, you place your order, and then you go to the store and you just pick it up. It's all been picked and packed and ready for you. When we lived in Auckland, I didn't find a huge difference between Pack and Save and Countdown prices. I had heard that Countdown was more expensive. One day I went and did a huge grocery shop at Pack and Save. I spent $400 and I was exhausted by the end of it. I went home, I sat down, I put all of those items into an online trolley for Countdown to compare prices. And bear in mind that some of the things I'd bought at Pack and Save I had bought specifically because they were on special offer. But once all of those items had been added to my Countdown trolley, there was $8 difference. So I was like, why do people say that Pack and Save is so much cheaper? Because over a $400 shop, they're actually pretty similar. Now, once we moved to South Taranaki, I found that Pack and Save is a lot cheaper than Countdown. So this could be a regional thing, it could vary from area to area, but that's what it's like here. I'm going to compare Countdown and Pack and Save against various points that I've observed through using both services, and I will award a point to the one that I think does better in that particular area. And I have no idea which way this is going to go. I'll share my thoughts at the end, but it would be interesting to see which one actually scores higher. So starting off with the actual process, once you've created your online account, you begin adding things into your virtual cart, and then you can check out at the end. With Countdown, everything that you purchase is automatically added to a favorites list. With Pack and Save, you will choose whether or not to add everything in that order to your favorites or not. But you can't just choose select items from either place. It's either all or nothing with Pack and Save, and it's all for Countdown. So I'm going to give a point to Pack and Save, because if you're doing a one-off shop for a particular circumstance, if you're buying something unusual for a recipe you want to try, you may not want to add those items into your favorites and have them cluttering up your favorites in the future, because you may or may not ever use those items again. Speaking of favorites, when you are browsing through your favorites later, which is very convenient by the way, if it's something that you buy often, you buy bread, milk, broccoli, whatever, every single week, it's handy to just flick through your favorites and add to trolley, and not have to like think, what do I actually need? So when it comes to your favorites, Countdown shows you the current price of that item in your favorites, but Pack and Save does not, and I find this extremely annoying because I would prefer to know what I'm paying for something before I add it into my trolley. So I'm going to give a point to Countdown for that. While shopping online, I found that Countdown, for most of their products, not all of their products, but for most of them, they have ingredients included, and you can open the item on your computer and you can flick over and see what is actually in that particular food. Pack and Save has none. I don't know if they're going to be rolling this out, but for now, Countdown gets a point for that. I did mention in my previous video the pros and cons of online grocery shopping, which I will link here and down below, that when you're shopping online, you kind of need to know how much things weigh. That video was based on Countdown because that's all that was available to me at the time. And if you are ordering ginger and it's sold by weight, you need to know how much, say 20 grams of ginger is, or how many grams you need. With Pack and Save, if you're buying fresh produce, you can buy it either by weight. For example, if you want 1 kilogram of bananas, or you can buy things individually, which Countdown does not offer. So if you only want 4 bananas, you can choose 4 bananas. Countdown just sells them by weight or by pre-packaged bunch or whatever, but you can't buy things individually. You have to know how much that individual item weighs. So I definitely think that's something that Pack and Save gets a point for, because I have used that and it is very convenient. So Grant's payday is every other Tuesday, and if I schedule a shop that I'm going to collect Tuesday night, or that Grant's going to pick up on his way home from work Tuesday evening, more likely, if I place that order on Monday with Countdown, they take my money out of the bank on Monday. But with Pack and Save, they only take the money out of the account when they actually pick the order, which would be on Tuesday. So that's something I mentioned in my pros and cons video as well, is Countdown takes the money out in advance. Pack and Save takes it out on the day, and I think they get a point for that. Another point to pack and save for amending your order. Once you've placed your order online with Countdown, that is it. You can phone and cancel it, but you can't make any changes. With Pack and Save, you can make changes to your order, you can add items or take them out up to 10 p.m. the night before your collection. However, with neither of the services can you change your time slot. I haven't actually phoned to change a time slot, so that may be possible, but you can't do it online. I'll give a point to Countdown for their loyalty card program. You can earn vouchers when you shop at Countdown because you swipe your card and you get points, and then that gets sent to you as money off vouchers. I usually save all of my vouchers and then I spend them at Christmas time when we're buying extra treats and food. Pack and Save has no loyalty program in place. However, I will give a point to Pack and Save for having lower prices overall. I find with Countdown they have a wider range of slots available, and I'll give them a point for that. Pack and Save has a different pickup system, which I'll talk about in a minute, but they have fewer slots available. They are limited to how many lockers they have, so you can't always get a convenient slot with Pack and Save. Another point for the favorites will go to Pack and Save because you can go into your favorites and delete items. This drives me crazy that you can't do this for Countdown. So in the past, I have done something like accidentally grab a pack of hot dog sausages at Countdown that had cheese in them, and my kids hated them, but because I'd used my loyalty card when checking out, that item went into my favorites, and then I accidentally repurchased them later because I thought I was just buying the hot dog sausages online that I normally buy, and it was these cheese filled ones. So I would really like to be able to delete favorites online. You can't do that with Countdown, but you can with Pack and Save. Okay, when it comes to actually going and collecting your order with Countdown, you have two things that you could do. You either walk into the store, go to the customer service desk and tell them that you're there to collect your online order, and then they will contact somebody, send them into the back to get your goodies and bring out your trolley full of things. Or you can use an app and then you just check in on your app, tell them you're on your way, and then when you walk in, your trolley's standing there ready and waiting for you. With Pack and Save, like I said, they have lockers, so you will be texted a code for your locker. So when you go to collect your order, you will grab a trolley, you'll go to the locker, find the one with your name on, punch in the code, open up, and there's all your goodies to be loaded into the trolley and you can leave with it. So I think for convenience, I'm going to give Countdown this point because I really do like using the app and just telling them ahead of time with a touch of a button that I'm on my way, and then you don't have to speak to anybody, you don't have to grab your own trolley, you literally just walk in and take it, although they do get you to sign for it. Maybe I'll award a point to Pack and Save as well because it is convenient to just rock up and take your trolley and take your stuff and not have to speak to anybody. Yeah, I think I'll give them each a point. Speaking of trolleys, as I mentioned, when you get there, Countdown has all your stuff already packed into a trolley and they just hand it over. With Pack and Save, you have to grab a trolley on your way to the locker and you have to load everything in yourself, so I will give Countdown a point for that. I'll also give another point to Countdown because they have free collection for orders over $50. With Pack and Save, there's a flat rate fee of $5 for collection no matter the value of your order. I'm not sure if there's a minimum order requirement, but I know that that $5 collection fee doesn't go away. I think I'll give that point to Countdown because if I need groceries that is going to come to less than $50, I will usually just pop in and pick up those few items. When it comes to packaging, if you don't know, plastic bags have been outlawed in New Zealand, so they don't provide those at the supermarket. So our orders from Countdown come in paper bags, and our orders from Pack and Save come in either paper bags or just loose in a box. If you're wondering how the locker system works with Pack and Save for fridge and chilled items, they are in the locker in an insulated bag with ice packs, and you just leave the bag and the ice packs behind and take your items. I think I'm going to award this point to Pack and Save because with Countdown I have found that they still pick produce into plastic bags, and with Pack and Save they put them loose into the box. I do put a note in it saying I don't want plastic if possible, and I do appreciate just having a box that you can haul into your trolley and you can bring into the house rather than lots and lots of paper bags. Although I do use the paper bags, I kind of recycle them in our packaging for our online store to kind of pad out boxes so they don't go to waste, but it's just more convenient to actually haul your goodies in the boxes. So I'm not sure what the tally has come to. I will only find out when I actually go to edit this video, but I do still use both services. I usually will go to Pack and Save online shopping service first, only because they are so much cheaper. but I can't always get a convenient time slot with them, and then I will go to Countdown. Or if there are specific items that I can't get at Pack and Save that I can only get at Countdown, then I will do my online shop with them. But overall, I was pretty surprised when Pack and Save rolled out their online shopping and I began using it. I was surprised to see how much cheaper they were than Countdown, and at the end of the day, don't we want to get more for our dollar? So that is why I guess I would prioritize Pack and Save over Countdown, purely for the savings. There are some products I can only get at Pack and Save that I can't get at Countdown, and vice versa. So usually I will still pop in and kind of pick up a few things in a week. If there are a lot of items, like I said, I will use Countdown instead of Pack and Save, but I'd be interested to see which one actually won in terms of points. Both of them are convenient, both of them are easy to use, and I would recommend both of them. I hope you found this video interesting and or helpful. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.